everyone, welcome to another video for the channel, but today this is a little bit more special. This is featuring a car which I actually think looks absolutely awesome. I love this thing, and ever since I saw it, Stephen, the owner, who is with me today, is sort of going to be behind me while I go through all the sort of specs and whatnot of the car. But it is just awesome. Just look at the colour. That's probably one of the biggest things that pops out, as well as obviously the wide arch kit. But what I wanted to do was to sort of show you how it is at the moment in his ownership since he's had it, and the plans going forward for it as well, because there is a few little bits and bobs that he wants to get addressed, which I can sort of see up close. You don't notice it on the camera when it's just like this, but we'll show that to sort of show you how it is going to have some TLC hopefully before Ford Fair. Okay, so obviously the biggest thing is the wide arch kit, which, what actually is the arch kit? Do you know what it is?
It's the JWRC kit.
The JWRC kit. So when he actually got this, the front bumper was black, but it's been resprayed in the same colour as the car, which we just mentioned. What was that? The Porsche
Riviera Blue.
Porsche Riviera Blue, which is a stunning colour. Absolutely love that colour. It is a colour that, honestly, if I was to get my car wrapped or fully resprayed in the future, basically it's this kind of, it's like a baby blue. It's like the only way I can describe it's like baby blue. But to be in that Porsche colour, which actually, now I've said that, if you do notice them, you'll see it is that same colour. So going on to the wheels, now these are something that, are sort of going to get addressed, which, what are they again, Stevie?
The wheels themselves, I don't know for the Wolf race, something like that.
But you're getting...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've already got them, actually, haven't you?
Focus RS Mark 1 wheels to go on.
So that'll look cool, because obviously that's, again, what's a nice touch is that is going to a Ford wheel as well. Exactly. It's not just some aftermarket wheels, which these are. Again, not to sound harsh, but they don't look... No, they don't. I mean, weirdly, being black, they actually sort of hide quite nicely, but when they're going to go to the new Focus RS ones, that'll be such a nice touch to have on it.
Oh, yeah.
But actually something I noticed was these headlights look brand new. They look brand spanking new. And actually when you can see in the light here, you can tell that the front bumper has actually been resprayed. That was basically the job that you've done, haven't you, since you've owned it. So, and you can tell that is really nice and shiny. Now, again, looking at this corner, so if I do look closely, if you can sort of tell, but basically there's some weird lack appeal going on with, strangely, anyone can comment if they understand why this might have happened, but the rest of the car is in pretty good condition apart from the wheel arches. The wheel arches seem to have lacquer peeled along the top, which is really strange. I mean, do you know how old the paint actually is on the car?
Well, from a photo I've seen, we're probably talking 8 years or so.
So 8 years, but yeah, a full body shop job shouldn't have done that, should it? Exactly. So that is really, really weird.
I think it was left.
It must have been left like in the sun or something that's fallen on the top and just deteriorated the lacquer. It's not been touched, and it is, which is a shame. But the thing is, these are things that hopefully you're going to look at getting addressing for Ford Fair.
For Ford Fair,
yeah. So while you're watching this, we've seen it in this sort of state where, you know, there is some little bits of TLC. You can see there's a little bit of cracking. From a distance, you can't see it, but up close, you can. One thing I do love is having the little vents here at the side, and they do look cool. Again, now, a story I just found out now was the reason these have actually got damaged was because of the Lambo doors, which we'll show in a little bit, because that's a pretty cool thing that this car has. Something I've never actually seen in person is that put on a car. But I've always thought to myself, would I like one? Would I have them? Definitely. But that's the reason why they've got a little bit of damage there. It's from the previous owner. They probably weren't fitted correctly, and each time they were opening, they were digging in, but that's been adjusted now, hasn't it? You're saying so that's ready for when that gets its new paint, then that'll be sorted. Now, one thing, moving on to the back here, this is something that goes on a lot of the forums, and we just discussed when you arrived to mine, and it's exactly the same as myself, is loads of people love these rear lights. They're so cool because the thing is, they're already like a smoked look, like dark tinted look, which loads of people want obviously on these cars. They've also got a mixture of LEDs, so you've got the LEDs top and bottom, the original bulbs there. But actually I thought if I had these, you could get LED bulbs put in there, so then you'd have a full LED kit. And they look awesome. I mean, it's personal preference, but personally I love them, because if you look from the side here, that's all nicely like just what, not OEM, but from the factory, they're already tinted sort of look. They've got that black internal, which looks ace. But yeah, I have actually contacted the German company that sell these, and I've tried multiple ways of doing it, and they will not reply back to me, and I don't understand why they won't sell them to the UK. I just don't get that. Really weird. The exhaust, actually, that is huge. Is it 4 inches or 4.5 inches?
I think it possibly could be 4.5 inches.
It does look big. And obviously, it suits the car because it has that rally look. Do you have any idea what that is?
I've no idea.
No idea. It's probably a custom, I'm going to guess, probably a custom back box.
Yeah.
But actually, look at it there in that stance. That looks so cool. That looks mean. It's just really fat.
Yeah.
It really is a fat sort of rear end. Exactly, yeah, it's got fat fez. So they're private private plates, which is cool. Everyone loves the fez on Fiestas for reg plates. I have seen a few of them now, people saying that that's what they want. It's got a wiper delete. Now this is, I've never actually seen something like this before, a completely smoothed bumper. That is very much a Marmite thing, I'm going to guess. People either love it because it's super Euro smooth look. I'm quite 50-50. I like it in regards, it looks like some sort of concept car. It looks a little bit going back to the 90s Max Power. If I could, it does actually give me like a Max Power look. I do think it looks cool.
The Ford Oval as well.
Oh yeah, everything's gone. And I've never seen that. So the reg has been recessed into the bumper. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? It is very much a Marmite mod. You either love that sort of smooth, completely smooth look as well. It's not just a matter of removing the Ford badge. They've gone to the effort of the reg plate as well. The whole thing is gone. Okay, one actually other thing that I haven't mentioned is the roof scoop. This is something that actually I've seen crop up on a few sort of posts recently as well about, like, you know, people, not just this car, but I have seen a couple of other people, even on Instagram as well, actually, who have said, do I keep or have a roof scoop? Again, they're a little bit of a Marmite thing. Personally, I think, like, when you look at this car, I think it massively suits having that roof scoop. It's a sort of a must. I do think it's a must on a car like this. It makes it look like a rally car, you know, and actually, from new, those scoops are really expensive.
Yeah,
they're really expensive, and they're like
so, yeah,
100 quid.
Yeah.
Thing. They are very expensive.
Yeah.
So to actually have one is pretty cool, and I think you should keep it. I think if you did get rid of that, it would lose something about it. I do think it would lose something. I mean, if you were, we discussed before, if you were to ever change it, you could get one that's maybe not as tall as that. Just something a little bit more subtle. Or, you know, it'd be really cool is to get the one where you get the two rectangular looking ones on the side. Well, that's quite a cool look, actually. Yeah. That would be a little bit different because I haven't really seen any or many at all where it's got just the two smaller, like rectangular roof scoops. They look quite cool. So I think we've talked all about the exterior. One thing that's mad is, actually, I just realised, yeah, the other thing you'll notice is they've not just smoothed the rear boot, there's no door handles on this car, and no joke, looking at it, I wouldn't have had a clue how to open that car. But if the camera picks it up, there's a little button that's been added underneath there. So that's how you get in. So I suppose if you open it up, well, let's have a little look inside, because again, this isn't something that Stephen's actually done himself. So this is the doors, which is mad. So very much completely customized this interior. It is bonkers. Now, again, this was all done from the previous owner. I'm guessing you don't know who did it or anything like that.
I have a company of the guy. I do actually have the company, yeah, but I'll have to look in my documents, but I do have the company.
Cool. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, one thing that he did point out, which is true. Again, I feel bad sort of showing out bad points on the car, but the thing is, we are doing this because in a way it's like a little documentation where I said to Steve what I'd like to do is I'd like to have him back once more has been done on the car so we can look at it in its like much better condition. So it's cool to sort of show before and afters, but actually I do quite like the diamond pattern, and they've gone to the effort of, you know, it is all matching. That is actually really nice. Oh my god, the roof, I don't know if that comes across on camera. Oh, that feels really, really nice. You know what? The thing is, they've done actually a really good job. So if the camera picks it up, the thing that's unfortunate with this is that this Alcantara actually feels really, really nice, but it is discoloured in the sun. Now, whether or not it's going to have to be a full retrim, I'm not sure. In the comments below, let us know if you've got any recommendations on how he could get this back to being a nice black Alcantara. I was saying maybe there is a idea that you could dye it. I don't know if I'm talking rubbish. I don't know a lot about stuff like that, but I just think it is an idea because it's a shame it's gone this kind of like a bit of a grey with a little bit of green to it, which is really unusual. But it is a shame that has happened because it is mint. Like the actual attention to detail, I can get really close. And honestly, you know what I'm like with my car and my channel, but they've done a fantastic job. I can't see, it looks OEM. It's got that kind of supercar look with the whole Alcantara. It is really nice. And look at the door cards. The door cards are mad. Absolutely mad. And what's cool is that the steering wheel can pop off. Something that when I was just sort of coming away from the car, from the interior, what Steve was just telling me was, in here, the reason this is open with the cables, what was in there?
Xbox 360.
There was an Xbox 360. How much Pimp My Ride is that?
Pimp My Ride.
And what, you said this thing was in the steering wheel?
That's right, there was a screen in the steering wheel.
There was actually a screen in the steering wheel? What, when you pop the steering wheel off?
No, it was actually on the screen.
Oh, it was actually on the steering wheel. Oh, and so you got a picture?
I've got a picture, yeah.
He's got a picture, so what I'll do is when he sends me that, I'm going to pop it up on the screen now so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. And I think you said there was stuff in the boot as well. Oh my God, that is absolutely mental. And again, we'll just pop something up on the screen, but the boot was full on, so it's not like that now. No. No, have you taken that out, or?
No, I did speak to someone who actually bought it, and he actually stripped it of all the sound system.
Right, so someone, right, okay. One thing actually finally to mention, I just realised that we haven't spoke about, is basically the background of this car. I just realised I should have started off with that. It
used to be a 1.4 Climate.
So it was a 1.4 Climate to start off with, which I'm guessing if the previous person or the one who bought that is new, if they were to see that now would be pretty shocked. Yeah. But it has had quite a bit now. The engine isn't the original 1.4, is it? So if you got the ST engine in it, you have got the ST engine in it. It's standard ST engine?
It's, I'll show you.
So it actually has got some little touches to it, but we're not going to get too close just because it's a little bit dirty at the moment. So we'll wait for that until maybe like Ford Fair, past Ford Fair. When we come to revisit the car, then we'll do a little bit more to look at the engine. But basically, it is the standard engine, but it's just got some little bits and bobs just to make it look better. But obviously, yeah, it is dirty at the moment. I can see it's just got a cone filter, so I'm guessing that is.
And manifold as well. There's a manifold as well.
Oh, so it's got an exhaust manifold, right? So, but we don't know what the manifold is. Right, so I mean, it's got a bit of sling of the exhaust, it's got the cone filter, and it's got the exhaust manifold as well. So it's had a little bit done to it, but obviously, you know, so it's not just a 1.2 running an insane body kit. You know, it has got some power to match, which is good. Have you got any plans actually for anything to do with the engine once you've done the bodywork?
Well, once all the bodywork's done and all that, 'cause obviously that's the biggest cost. Then engine will be cleaned and possibly, you know, is it the Cosworth plenum? And maybe cams, I'm not sure yet. Just the usual sort of mods that go with it, just to give it a little bit more. To be fair, yeah, I do like the struts as well. That is something I really do want to do at some point. It's just such a nice little mod to do because also I suppose it's safer as well actually having them, because sometimes you might lift the bonnet and then forget. But no, I do like having the struts on it. It is a very cool thing to have. Right, well, I think we've pretty much covered everything on the car. I think we have. Is there anything else? What I would like to do, and I think, yeah, you agree, don't you? It'd be nice to stay in 6 months or later on in the year. You know, it'd be cool to have him back, have a look at the car again, just to sort of see it a little bit in, you know, it's a bit more TLC done to the car. It'd be nice to sort of see that, because from a distance, yeah, it does look great. Like I said, I feel bad saying this, but up close, there are areas that do need TLC. Not sure why that's happened. Again, comment below why on earth, just out of interest, would just the arches, the rest of the paint actually is in pretty good condition. It's just the arches that have completely lacquer peeled and cracked, which is really weird. I'm going to guess it's something to do with the sun. That's the only thing I can think of. It's got to be the sun. But thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully, you know, let me know in the comments below what you think of this car. I do think
it's going to be a Marmite thing, isn't it? It's going to be a Marmite thing. People are either going to love this thing. Personally, I love it because it looks bonkers. It looks bloody brilliant, I think. I love the rally look. These cars suit this kind of bodywork. The Mark 6s, in this, what is it called again, the body kit? The
JWRC.
The JWRC body kit just looks mean as hell. Once it's got the nice wheels on it and it's had the paint job done, engine bay's had a nice clean, and if you can look at getting the Alcantara on the inside treated so it's back to its former glory, that would look mint. So yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think. You know, don't be shy. If you don't like it, let us know why, and if you do like it, awesome. I personally love it. That's the reason why I've had it on the channel, because I just think it is bonkersly cool. And it's not just the fact that it's got the body kit on it, it's got the awesome lights, you know. Yes, it has got the custom interior. Once it's had a little bit of treatment, I think that'll look really, really good. The doors, the Lambo doors, how many Fiestas have got Lambo doors? Again, Marmite thing, but I think that's really cool. So again, thanks everyone for watching. See you again soon. Bye.